guys, before we get into this video, I wanted to let you know I have 2 brand new singles that just released recently, and it's on Fallen Pine. It's not Bionic Pig. You can search it on Spotify, YouTube Music, all platforms, and it will be followed by an album that's going to be coming in late June. So make sure to listen and follow. Okay, now watch my video. Anyway, moving on. Cop realizes she just made the worst mistake of her life.
Step out of the car real quick, okay? And I'll explain what's going on. Don't.
I'm not doing nothing.
Don't. You're tensing up, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hands right back. Wait. Don't.
Okay, I swear to God, if a cop just pulls out a gun and just shoots.
Don't.
I'll tase you!
You did?
Yes!
Okay.
I grabbed the gun!
Wait. Wait. What? Hold up.
You did?
Yes!
She did. How? There's literally no way you can mistake that, bro. There's no way you can mistake a gun for a taser. I'm sorry. Next, do Gravity by Fallen Pine. It's my fave. Dude, that guy sucks. He sounds like Lola from Big Mouth. Taint Light, thank you so much for the gifted sub.
Okay.
I grabbed the gun! I shot him! Oh my God!
A traffic stop in the spring of 2021.
How do you do that? How?
Turns into chaos for the officers, the driver, and the entire community when a fatal mistake becomes a national flashpoint, igniting a wave of unrest. As agitation spreads throughout the city, the tensions between the police and the public erupt, and the world watches to see what justice will look like in this explosive case.
Jesus.
This is the America we live in now. I got this war zone.
The following report
What?
is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. On April 11th, 2021, 2 officers in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota stop a car when they notice expired tabs and an obstruction hanging from the rearview mirror.
Dude, someone dies over expired tags, bro.
Six, dude. Really?
Move forward.
You're gonna stop right here.
Officer Kimberly Potter takes up position at the rear of the car as her trainee, Officer Anthony Lucky, approaches the door.
Hey, what's going on, man? You got a driver's license and proof of insurance for me at all?
Oh, that's it.
You don't have a driver's license? Okay. What's your name? You're Dante? Okay, gotcha. Well, there's a couple things reason why I stopped you. The air freshener hanging down there. Yeah, can't do that. And then our other question is your tabs. Yeah, just keep looking for the insurance, and then I'm gonna write your name, date of birth down. All right.
The man they've pulled over is 20-year-old Dante Wright, and a young woman named Elena is in the passenger seat.
She was training someone too? Oh my, wait. I missed that part. She's training someone? She's training someone and this happened. I thought she was the one getting trained.
I wanted to say he was lying, but I think he's honestly telling the truth, so.
As the police run Dante's information through the system, Dante calls his mom for advice.
He called me and he said, "Mom, I just been pulled over." And I said, "For what?" Like, that was just my first response. Like, what did you do? And he said I had air fresheners in the window or in the rearview mirror.
That's interesting. You can't have air fresheners on a rearview mirror?
And then I said, "Okay, well, take them down." He was like, "You think I'm in trouble?" I was like, "No, you're not in trouble. What would you be in trouble for?"
But what the police find shifts the course of this traffic stop.
Oh, no.
Just run him as Dante Wright. No, just run him like you were in DBS.
Yeah.
Just don't put all that other information in.
Oh, okay.
See what it gives you.
Status.
Yeah, some states don't allow it. That's so
State
weird.
records hit.
See? You don't want to code for yourself.
He's got a gross misdemeanor warrant, and there's an OFP for a female, so I need to ID her. There's also residue, like weed on the middle console, so probably search the car. Apparently the car is his brother's.
You want to tell him what the warrant's for?
Warrant is for the weapons violation.
The officers, who have now been joined by a sergeant, return to arrest Dante, taking the first steps toward an encounter that will end in disaster.
Dude, this lady seems like a better fit for like a manager at McDonald's than a fucking cop that's training someone.
Let's have him step on out.
Hey, Dante. All right, man, here, do me a favor. Just step out of the car real quick, okay? And I'll explain what's going on.
Like, she gives off the vibe of like a manager at McDonald's.
You can just put your phone on the dashboard there, okay? And then the paper.
Jail?
I'll explain all that in a second, okay? Just turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
He didn't tell you you're under arrest, Dante.
Okay, so you are going to be under arrest, okay? You do have a warrant, so. Don't.
I'm not doing nothing.
Don't. You're tensing up, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Put your hands behind your back. Wait.
Honest question, bro. How did you let him go? Like, honest question. How the fuck did the dude just casually get back into his car? First off, I guess he's a trainee, yeah. And I guess it's true. He is a trainee, but still, it's like. But I mean, obviously the teenager shouldn't fight it, but you know how shit is. I don't know if he's a teenager. I forget what his age was, but.
I'll tease you!
But Officer Potter's taser is holstered on the left side of her belt. She reaches to the right.
Wait, hold up. Are tasers that similar? No, I mean, not really. I mean, kind of. They are pretty similar. Isn't that... That's a bit of an oversight, don't you think? But yeah, it is bright yellow. I mean, that's a giveaway. But I don't think she wasn't looking with her eyes, chat. She was feeling with her hands.
On the left side of her belt.
She didn't... it seems like all she did was just grab and shoot instantly, which is absolutely wild. You know? Like, she said, I'm going to tase you. Boom. Like, instantly grabs it and shoots. Which, even if you had the taser, like, you need, hold it out and give him fair warning before doing it. You're just like, I'm going to tase you. Psh.
She reaches to the right, tragically grabbing her.
This definitely, seems like something that a rookie would do.
9mm instead.
I'll tease you!
Okay, she had plenty of time. She had plenty of time. Yeah, and the weight difference. Good point.
Taser!
But the next sound is not the electric crackle of a taser, but the...
Oh my god, she got up super close too and made sure that it hit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, she should have realized. Yeah, no, there's no excuse. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt, chat. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I shouldn't have. She's fucking stupid.
The loud report of a single gunshot. Dante Wright is instantly aware of what happened.
Ah, he shot me.
Oh, I just shot him.
You did?
Yes!
Okay.
I grabbed the wrong gun! I shot him! Oh my god!
Okay. Kim, sit down.
The booming sounds from down the street are from Dante's car smashing into an oncoming SUV before rolling to a stop at an intersection a block away from the initial incident.
Wow.
One cop is already on the scene, and soon there will
That
be
is
many
fucking
others.
insane.
Refill confident shots fired. Start more units, please. We're gonna need additional units.
Heading north on the red.
I mean, at least she feels bad. You know, at least she's not like, well, I mean, you know, it can happen to anybody. At least she's actually feeling the guilt that she should feel.
Oh my god! I'm gonna go to prison!
No, that's what okay, you just lost me. You lost me. That's what you're worried about. That's the first thing you're worried about. First thing you're worried about is I'm going to go to prison? Not, oh, I just shot a fucking child. Never mind. I take it back. Fuck you. You suck.
Kim, that guy was trying to take off with me in the car.
But Officer Potter is inconsolable, and the news isn't improving.
The driver is not breathing according to the...
I mean, she did shoot him. She made sure she shot him right in the lungs, bro. Like, right in the chest. She made sure.
passenger.
Oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? I mean, it's all just...
But no one else standing.
I mean, it's all just... How can it turn? What did I do?
Yeah, that's what you're worried about. It's the juxtaposition of the situation and children laughing across the street.
At the crash scene, where the police response is growing by the second, Elena gets out of the car as the officers prepare to move in on Dante. Few, if any of them, know exactly what happened here.
We heard over the radio that Brooklyn Center officers, there was...
Bro. They got fucking SWAT gear, my guy. Oh my God. They got SWAT gear. Can we take a second here to just look at all these fat fucking out of shape cops?
Over the radio that...
Fat fucking out of shape cops that only know how to use a gun. They only train with their gun. Don't know how to hold a dude from getting into the car. Don't know how to take down someone. EMS, there's one dude that's EMS.
Brooklyn Center officers, there was a possible shooting, took the male out of the driver's seat and began performing first aid on them.
Paramedics quickly arrive at the scene as well, but little can be done.
As I approached, I believe
Yeah, so a cop's so stupid they can't tell a fucking gun from a taser, even though they train with their guns more than they do anything else. That's probably why it came second nature to her. Which is fucking wild to me, that it would come second nature to reach for your gun rather than reach for your taser.
They stopped doing CPR. I checked a pulse on his right carotid for when I was aiming at about 10 seconds.
He died over expired tags.
The left carotid to check over there as well. I did not feel a pulse.
Dante Wright is pronounced dead at the scene, and while it's not clear if Officer Potter immediately received the news, a Hennepin County lieutenant finds her in a worrying state.
I got down to her level and I'm talking to her, and she was just repeating some things, and I just told her to stop talking. She repeatedly kept saying that she wanted to die. Again, how my conclusion came that there was something critical that took place. Yeah. I'm going to prison. I want to die. Just let me die.
That's why you want to die. You want to die because you don't want to go to prison, not because you fucking killed someone. I hate that. I hate that she's saying that. Not I want to die that I just murdered someone. I want to die, not the punishment. First thing that she came up with was the punishment. Like, come on, man.
Talked to her sergeant twice, and on the second time, he finally listened to me, I said, you need to take her gun from her, because I didn't know the whole realm of it, but I knew it wasn't good.
Officer Potter is led to an ambulance where she's checked out before being transported back to the police station. Officer Potter, of course, is far from the only person experiencing trauma from the day's events.
I went outside screaming, like I was just so distraught. My neighbors heard me, and my neighbor's like, no, I'll drive you. And there was so much traffic, and I was like, oh my God, I can't. I got out of the car and I started running, but it was so far away. So I had to get back in the car, and I couldn't go any further, and I just see yellow tape.
In the meantime, cops from several departments and jurisdictions have blanketed the area, and many still have very little knowledge about what happened.
Hi there. No, I don't have all the details. I just replaced my partner about 5 minutes ago. I haven't heard about any officers being hurt at all, but I don't know any details.
When Dante's mom finally gets to the scene, she's confronted with the same lack of answers.
I finally got into the yellow tape and the police officers were stopping me. I'm like, oh my God, is that my son? And I seen the car that we just gave my son 2 weeks ago was smashed up.
2 weeks ago?
With another car. And I was like, oh my God, was he in an accident? And Brooklyn Center police officers were talking to me and they said they had no information. They don't know what happened. I said, well, I know what happened. I was on the phone. He shot my son.
The sight of this many police cars has attracted attention, and it's not long before the mood grows hostile.
Oh, it's me. You're the one that's yelling out a window while you're driving. These people don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened, and they're threatening to hurt people. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, cops kind of suck.
But the atmosphere surrounding police shootings is tense in the spring of 2021, and that tension is perhaps especially palpable here in Brooklyn Center, where, less than 10 miles away, Derek Chauvin is on trial for the 2020 death of George Floyd, and as news
and they wonder why that people are pissed off right now?
Breaks out about Dante's shooting, the gathering crowd begins to take the shape of a full-fledged protest.
Dante's right! Dante's right! Hold the space! Hold the space! Text people to come and Avenue North, Lee Avenue North. Get people here. Do not be violent.
He's 20? Yeah.
Do not be crazy by them.
That's insane, dude.
Get people here right now. Text people here. Avenue North right now. Do not go for the Okie The reason why they have so many pigs out here is because they know
But the growing unrest at the scene of Dante's shooting is only the first glimpse of what is in store for Brooklyn Center as the day turns into night and news of the incident continues to spread throughout the community.
He's the kid they were protesting. I remember the news on this. I've actually never seen this case. I feel bad for the cops that actually try to do good. Well, like I say over and over again, like, it's systematic, bro. It's not people. It's just systematic. That's why it's so fucking bad. And it can change, but they're not gonna change it, is the fucking problem. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to be a good cop in a fuck system. And let's be honest, good people sometimes become cops and realize that, I don't want to do this anymore. Cops kind of suck. Cops are either willfully in denial or willfully complicit. Yep. Good cops quit or they stay long enough to become the bad cop. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's ACAB. It's not like, oh, cops are bad people. It's that systematically cops are bad. You know, it's not like, oh, good people. Like, good people can be cops, but bad people love being cops. Yeah, and they get little training. That's what I'm saying. Like, the system's so fucked. They train, like I mentioned all the time. Why do we have fat cops? We should not have fat cops at all. Cops should be in shape. Cops should know how to handle physical altercations. Cops should not rely on their fucking guns. They shouldn't. Like, cops should be assigned, like whatever you call them. I can't think of the word. Like a teacher, not a teacher, whatever. A physical person. What's the word? Physical trainer to teach. Like, they should have a physical trainer dedicated to cops to make sure that they stay in shape. Thoughts on one of the viewers actually being at this protest? I mean, that's cool. Like, it makes sense. Personal trainer, not physical trainer. There goes the comments calling you fat phobic. Oh, no one's going to call me fat phobic for saying that cops who have a job that require them to do physical things, more physical things than most people, that literally have to wrestle people to the ground on a fucking daily, I don't think anyone's going to call me fat phobic for saying that we shouldn't have fat cops. It's just the truth. They also need more de-escalation training. Dude, they need loads of different things. The whole system is fucked. Some of my family members are cops, and they say a lot of their fellow officers get depressed because of their job and overeat. That's another thing. Therapy and physical like training and physical therapy, and like they need that stuff. Stop wasting money on fucking, you know, like riot gear and SWAT gear, and spend money on mental health care for cops, physical health care, like for getting them in shape for cops. I feel like cops should go through like a class of like UFC and learning how to take down people, or wrestling. Like, yes, cops have to go through mental strain like crazy, and they don't have regular therapy. Like, for the shit that they do, it's insane that they don't have therapy. Like, anything anyone can say, it's like there's a systematic problem that can be fixed to make that thing better. MMA, UFC is a brand. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm fucking saying. I don't know my fight shit. I met some friendly officers, so I do agree that it's a system. Exactly. Like, I've seen officers that are super chill, and I've also met officers that are fucking horrible pieces of shit. But, like, you know, it's the problems. Anytime there's a problem that's brought up, it's always something that can be systematically fixed. You know, it's not necessary. It's not a people problem.
Riot squads gather at the police station as the protests spread and troubling reports come over the radio.
Minneapolis, female stated looting of Walmart will be happening soon, and hung up on it.
And as temperatures rise across the city, it's perhaps inevitable that some protesters are detained.
My phone is ringing. Can you see who that is, please? You don't have to answer it, but can you tell me who it is? Because it might be my mom, and she's going to be very disappointed.
Cops shouldn't be the first response for mental health crisis, but instead have trained people without guns. Well, yeah. Like, that's what it should be. It should be like, I feel like a group of cops should be 2 cops. One that does the main shit, one that supports, and then one that deals with, like, mental health issues. That should be like a squad. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. I thought I was doing the right thing.
A lot of bullies become officers and bully the ones who want to genuinely help the point that they leave. Like I say, like over and over, good people don't like becoming cops. Bad people love becoming cops. People who like power trips, people who like having, you know, power over others, people who like, you know, being an asshole and getting away with it, they love that shit. You know, that's the job for them.
It's looking real great outside. It looks like you guys got it all in control.
Even as the protests turn chaotic in some areas, police must also confront destruction and theft throughout the city.
I'll be honest with you, I got no idea what to do here. Because I mean, everything around here is getting looted. Yeah.
The wide net of property damage and looting.
See, and that's another thing that sucks is like, because of the system, not necessarily because of the cops themselves. I mean, yes, the cops themselves, but because of the system, the cops that could be good are getting punished in the way like this. You know what I mean? Like, some of them could be good. I don't know, but you know what I mean.
Sends the cops to multiple businesses throughout.
And the people who are rioting are validated in their rioting, because you got to think about it in the way of peacefully protesting only gets you so far. And that's what's going through their head. Is like, peaceful protesting can only get you so far. Like, people are fucking dying, man. For years. For forever. People are dying like this, like crazy. And they're fed up. And peaceful protesting isn't causing enough noise, you know? And that's why they go the extra mile and do this shit.
throughout the night as they struggle to keep up with sporadic outbursts of criminal activity.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a vicious cycle. Like someone said, you feel bad for the business owners that had nothing to do with it. Exactly. It's a vicious cycle. Like I said, everyone is technically validated, but someone suffers. People, like there's always someone suffering in that cycle, you know? Because peaceful protests don't work because big business and big government don't give a fuck about peaceful protest. So they go for aggressive, like destroying property and going after, looting and shit like that to cause a ruckus. So the government can actually see that and maybe they'll actually do something about it. At the end of the day, chat, the only people who we need to blame is billionaires and CEOs, the government, and how the system is. That's the people who suck. That's the people who control everything and can actually change things, but they fucking don't. So now everyone's eating shit.
Activity.
You better get the home! Get the home! Y'all better get home! Drop the stop it! Police, you're under arrest! Come on, your hands up! They probably just ran out of here. That kid looks like he's about 8 years old. Wow, this is the America we live in now.
Yeah, it is. It is, in fact, the America we live in now.
War zone.
The local unrest continues throughout the fall.
Because nothing's changing. Nothing's getting better.
Week, and the city reports
This
that
is
they've handled
America.
at least 200 calls, ranging from burglaries to property damage. According to officials, more than 140 businesses are damaged, including several instances of arson. In the midst of the ongoing protests and community reaction, Officer Potter resigns from the Brooklyn Center Police Department on April 13th, 2 days after the shooting.
And?
The following day, she is arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter in the death of Dante Wright.
So, yep, I'm just gonna, I know, I'm very sorry. Just, let's just face this way just for the sake of it. I'm just gonna pat everything down. Do you have underwear on?
No, it's just sports bra on.
Okay.
There's no pockets.
Okay. Just kick your leg a little bit for me, thank you.
Where actual
As she
consequences
arrives
for
at
the
the
cop.
jail,
Yep.
Potter has an emotional exchange with the officer escorting her.
I'd give you a hug, but that's probably not allowed.
What's that?
I can't give you a hug. It's probably not allowed.
Yeah, I just be aware that once you walk in the door, everything is recorded, so just and phone calls and everything. Just, I'm sure you know that. I'm just okay, and we'll make this as quick and painless as possible.
In September, the Minnesota Attorney General added first-degree manslaughter to her charges.
Oh, shit,
At
let's
trial,
go!
Potter told the jury that she had never before used her taser or her gun on duty in her 26 years of police.
Then why the fuck did you go for it in the first place?
Policing, and insisted that she didn't want to hurt anybody that day. Dante's mother posted a message on Facebook calling for accountability.
Just see my son laying there, looked to me like he was dead. And I sat there and watched my son sit on the corner for hours and hours. That was my day. I watched my son underneath a yellow tent for seemed to be like a lifetime.
Kimberly Potter was convicted of first-degree manslaughter and sentenced in February 2022. The city of Brooklyn Center agreed to pay Dante Wright's family a lawsuit settlement of $3.25 million in June 2022. Kimberly Potter was released from prison in April 2023.
Wait, what year did this happen? Wait, 2020, she was in jail for 2 years? And people are wondering why people are rioting in the streets and burning down buildings? 2 years? Doesn't matter if it's an accident, it's fucking murder. It's straight up negligence. Negligence in the highest form. Yeah, it was first degree as well. So it was 1 year. It's 2022. So she was in jail for 1 year. Got out in 16 months. And people are wondering why. Okay.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.